Now, I talked to you just a minute ago about how to use your red book. This book is wonderful. It really does have just about every story I have ever needed to tell for my class. But you will find sometimes it doesn't have the story you need, or maybe you want more in the picture than what is shown in there, or maybe you have a scene set up on every other board and you don't really want to change scenes right in the middle. You want to have another scene set up. So what's great about the flannel pieces is especially once you take the time to get familiar with it, you create your picture. I can start with my plain purple board here, and then I'm going to add my grass. And then we can place a tree. It's going to live right there. I'm going to add a nice hillside. There. We're going to put a couple more trees back in the distance. And now, there, we have a lovely nighttime scene. And I'm going to add right into the corner here this prop that I'm going to use for later on in my story. Now, if you want to move right over to here, I've already set out most of my pieces for the story I'm going to demonstrate for you today. Always take time. Part of your classroom setup should be getting your pieces together for the story. This is not something that you can do when the kids are already sitting on the carpet. This needs to be done ahead of time as part of your classroom preparation. Get all your things together. Have a place where you keep your whatever you're using to teach, whether it's your object lesson or it's your flannel pieces. Put them in a place where they're going to be easily accessible once you start to teach. Now I've got almost all my pieces here. I'm going to show you. I'm going to pull out. I need a couple of soldiers. And I've used my flannel graph many times, so I'm already familiar. I know exactly what page my Roman soldiers are on. And then I'm going to move a little further down. And I wanted these soldiers. All right, now I've got all my pieces together, and I've got them stacked according to how I'm going to need them, what scenes I'm creating. And it just makes it easier because you can move right through once you start talking, once you start telling your story, and you'll be all ready to go. Once again, as you can see, there's a lot that can go into telling a story. Now, I'm going to do a long story today, of bigger scenes, bigger things. Some days you might just have one picture, and other days, depending on how much time or how much of a story you want to tell, you might have 3 boards set up, or one board that you change 3 times. But whatever it is, know ahead of time going into it what you're going to do, set your pieces up, know your story so that you can tell it naturally without keeping your nose in a book, and you'll be able to move through in a wonderful, entertaining manner, and your children will be enraptured with your storytelling abilities. All right, now we're going to get ready to move over, and I'm going to show you how to tell a story.